Hey gang, Glenn here. And is this beautiful scenery or what? You know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about that. Is that beautiful scenery or what? We are here at, I didn't even know the name of this place yet. We just pulled in and found this today and just incredible. But I will put the name of it in the description. I know that there's one really pressing question that a lot of people have who are watching this right now. And so I'm going to answer for you right now. The answer is gin and a splash of grapefruit. Looks like more than a splash, but at any rate, that's my new summertime cocktail here. It's kind of like a Paloma or something. Maybe I should be drinking Palomas. Anyway, here's to Arizona and here's to the lakes in the desert. Cheers. Hey folks, we are at Roosevelt Lake in Arizona. Just a fabulous place, and in this video we're going to do a quick review of this place and tell you a little bit about what to expect if you decide to come here. So why don't you tell us where Roosevelt Lake is?
We're about 80 miles northeast of Phoenix, and we're maybe, what do you think, 50 miles from Globe, Arizona?
Yeah.
I think that's the closest town.
Just outside of Globe, Arizona. I don't even know if it is 50 miles. The campground that we are at, I think there are a couple here in the lake. We are at Windy Hill, the Windy Hill Recreation Area. There's at least 3 different boat ramps. Apparently when the place is full, you need 3 boat ramps. There's a little beach area.
A lot of trails.
Plenty of trails to hike, trails that go around the lake. Of course, we're in Arizona. It's beautiful, it's sunny. So what does it cost to stay here?
It costs $25, but if you have a senior pass like we do, it's $12.50.
And I will tell you that it was worth every single penny. We stayed at a tent site, even though we don't have a tent, we stayed in the parking lot here. And the tent sites are all just fabulous with fabulous views. How many times can I say fabulous? I don't know what else to say. I needed to expand my vocabulary of extraordinary terms.
I'll buy you a thesaurus.
She's going to buy me a thesaurus. Why? Because there is basically no cell reception here at all, which can be a good thing, but also it made it difficult for us to look things up, for instance, for this video. There weren't too many facts that we could look up, just all in here, folks. So why don't we talk about the lake, because that's the whole reason you're here.
It's the largest lake entirely in Arizona. Lake Mead and Lake Powell are bigger, but they're in other states, Utah and Nevada. It's 22 miles long, it's about 2 miles wide, and it's a reservoir. There's a dam at the other end.
Theodore Roosevelt designated this as a
National Monument.
National Monument,
in 1911.
Tonto National Monument.
Tonto
something
National
like that.
Monument.
And they should change the name of that, by the way, because we found out that the word Tonto means
stupid or foolish in Spanish.
Maybe they thought that indigenous people were stupid when they came here. I don't know, but they're pretty smart to build this.
And the Lone Ranger's sidekick should not have been called Tonto.
Exactly.
He was not stupid. He was a very fine man.
Exactly. Can we go back and change the name of, like, overdub something else in, something that means smart? Because without Tonto, the Lone Ranger couldn't have accomplished. Hey, I digress. And why is it a national monument? Well, the reason is because up there on those hills up there are some fabulous cliff dwellings. I'm not sure that they're as big as Gila and Bandelier, but wow, they were pretty spectacular to see. And so if you come here, you definitely have to go to the cliff dwellings. I think it's $10 a person to get in, but again, if you have the senior pass, how much does it cost?
It's free.
There you go, it's free. And it wasn't too bad of a hike. They say it's only a half mile, but it is pretty steep. It's a paved path. Absolutely beautiful flora. The plant life up here is just incredible, and you can't beat that view. We did not see any fauna once again. But
we haven't seen any animals, and there's supposed to be coyotes here, javelina. We have not seen a javelina
rattlesnakes.
Here. Rattlesnakes, thank goodness we did not see a rattlesnake.
Yeah, exactly. But you can see pretty much the same plants here that you see anywhere in the Sonoran Desert. So we saw jojoba, brittle plant, which was different than we saw in Saguaro National Park, because this brittle plant was just done flowering, and flowers all over, just absolutely beautiful. Plenty of saguaro.
Palo Verde.
Palo Verde.
Creosote.
Creosote. Oh, the creosote bushes are fabulous here too when we were here, because they had just gotten done flowering, had some seeds on them, but also had flowers. Just a really pretty place. And yesterday, for the first time, we took the stand-up paddleboard out. What kind of paddleboard is it?
Advenor.
Advenor?
Like Adventure Advenor.
Yeah, and Nita spent about 6 months doing her research, trying to figure out which paddleboard to buy.
We're in alligator country. I'm not going out in the swamp.
That's right.
On paddleboard.
Yeah, you can't do that in Florida. I mean, you can, but we like both of our legs, so we decided not to do it. Anyway, we waited till the weather got warm enough. We ended up here. We took the paddleboard out for the first time yesterday. Really loved that thing. The pump is kind of wonky, but we'll do a separate video with a review of that paddleboard. I did a lot of fishing.
No catching.
No catching, which is crazy because I have never seen so many gigantic bass in my life. I mean, big ass bass, up out of the water, airborne, all day long, not just the morning, all day long. We saw so many giant bass.
Did you have fish for dinner?
We had hot dogs for dinner. I'm sorry, I did not. Well, you know, I do have the dubious distinction of being the world's worst fisherman, but it's not for lack of trying, believe me. I just never catch anything. Roosevelt Lake, I'd highly recommend you come here on the weekend because we will never be here on the weekend. So you come here on the weekend so we can have this place all to ourselves like we have for the last 3 days.
It's empty. There's nobody here.
What you're seeing right now, folks, is Nita eating in the background and me heading back to the van because I brought my glass, but I didn't grab my beer, which is right here. Averted a near tragedy.
Last week was Easter weekend, and the camp host said it was packed. Every site was full.
How many sites are there?
350.
350 sites.
And they're all full.
Yeah, and they were all full. I can't imagine being here. I would not want to be here when there are 1,500 people here running around, mostly little kids and people with jet skis, because there's a fabulous lake here. We already mentioned the lake. Just amazing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold it right there. Now, earlier you heard me say that we would never be here on a weekend. Well, guess what? We left Windy Hill on Wednesday. We got about 10 miles up the road. Now remember, the lake is 22 miles long. And there's a place called Horse Pasture Recreation Area. We pulled in to check it out, and it is really cool because you can camp right on the shoreline of the lake. I mean, right there. Just awesome. And found out that you needed a Tonto recreation pass, which is $8 a night, or I think $80 a year. You can get it at a local store. There's a store not too far from here. We went and bought passes for 2 nights, Wednesday night, Thursday night, just fantastic. We were the only people here. We had our own little private island practically at the end of this road. In the morning we got up and we took a really nice hike up this beautiful wash that apparently must be like an off-road vehicle road or something, but there was nobody around, nice and quiet. Spent the day fishing and playing guitar and did a lot of paddleboarding. That was a lot of fun. And then Friday came and we were getting ready to leave, and Nita said, you know, I don't think anybody's gonna come. It's probably pretty safe to stay Friday night. There's no one here. So we decided to stay another night. Well, that was a big mistake. I should have listened to my own advice and not stayed here on the weekend, because about 3 o'clock they start coming in. First, it was 3 young gentlemen who were kind enough to entertain us with their country music and gangster rap. And then we had the Spanish family who came in and were kind enough to turn their ranchero music up louder than the country and gangster rap music. And then we had a guy in a truck with the boat, and then a bunch of other people, and then the off-road vehicles started coming right through the camp. Hundreds of them. But then about 8 o'clock at night, a bunch more people came to join the Spanish family. A couple large trucks, which 6 people in them each, a bunch of jet skis, a boat, and they just started pulling in and all around us. So we decided we were going to move at 8 o'clock at night. And there's one campsite up on the hill with a shelter that was away from everything, and we just got out of the ruckus and the fray. And during the course of the night, hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of big RVs, trucks, trailers, all of that stuff, pulling boats, pulling off-road vehicles, pulling motorcycles, pulling every sort of motorsport, jet skis, and they're all out on the water now. And this is that beautiful spot where we camped for 2 nights without anyone else around. This is what it looks like now. Just crazy. I should have followed my own advice. And I will tell you this, of all the places that we have been to on the trip, this is definitely the Redneck Riviera. If you like to drink a lot of Bud Light and you like listening to country music and gangster rap and you like driving your off-road vehicles all over the place, you're gonna love this place. There's nothing wrong with that, but not our scene. As I said before, come to Roosevelt Lake when you have a chance. Just do it on the weekend when we're not here, because we'll probably be back here someday to stand up paddleboard. Maybe you'll be a better fisherman at that time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
See you down the road.
See you on the road.